Sharks. I'm Jasmine Hudson from Cincinnati, Ohio.
And I'm Jaren Merchant from the U.S. Virgin Islands.
And I'm Madia Willis, a Liberian American from PG County, Maryland, and we are seeking $250,000 for 5% equity in our company. Sharks, the true meaning of the holidays is spending time with the ones you love. But if you ask any kid what the holidays are truly all about, you know what they'd say. Presents! Who doesn't love opening a meticulously wrapped gift from under the Christmas tree? But for many Black children, the festive images of families in holiday sweaters and of Santa delivering presents with his elves don't reflect their experience or family.
That's right. Black people are visually underrepresented in seasonal products.
And did you know that Black Americans spend 15% more than the average during the holiday season? That's why we created Black Paper Party! Culturally relevant seasonal products that celebrate Black families and spread joy during the holidays. We make wrapping paper, ornaments, gift bags, and decor.
We have Papa and Nana Claus, the Claus babies, and of course, Aunt Holly, who is single all the way and ready to jingle all the way.
Along with a host of angels and gnomies, because gnomies are our homies. Get it? So Sharks, join the Black Paper Party and let's wrap up this deal.
Good job.
All right.
Great job. Great job. Love it. So welcome back, Super Entrepreneurs, to another Shark Tank Biz review. Black Paper Party this time around. 250,000, 5%. If my math is right, it's $5 million valuation. I don't know. It's just trying to do the math in my head while listening to this great pitch. Nomies are homies, as we found out with the last Christmas. I gave you my heart. The gnome part, the gnome person. I can't think of the name of the company, but the gnomes from last season. So that seems like it's been doing pretty well. So I as part of the package, I could see it now. Hopefully they have definitely some sales to back up their business. $250,000 for 5%. I tend to think that they're going to, the Sharks, especially being a seasonal business, that maybe could turn to more business. Like, how about all the other holidays that are underrepresented with the Black community? Like, I don't know, Easter, Thanksgiving. I don't know. Other holidays. There's other holidays that probably they could probably capitalize on bringing their niche to that holiday, right? And making their products for that holiday. So, but hopefully the Sharks see that. I mean, look, on the last pitch we just did here, Mr. Wonderful Panda, a thing, because it's just seasonal. Well, yeah, this is the holiday episode. Of course, it's going to be seasonal. But anyway, I'm looking forward to checking out their website and social media at the end of this video. And as well as featuring one of your comments from down below in the super community. So stay tuned for all that. And I'm feeling pretty good, feeling pretty jolly. Looking forward to shooting some more episodes and getting back into the swing of things, because it has been far too long.
Thank you. Sharks, in front of you have samples of our stockings, 2 wrapping papers, our signature mug, and an ornament.
I didn't know Santa Claus was Black. I swear to God.
Listen, I'm telling you.
How many SKUs do you have? Because you've got paper, you've got the ornaments.
Overall, we have about 200 SKUs. That's including our direct-to-consumer and our licensed products.
So who designs them?
So I design all the characters that you see in the Black Paper Party universe, and then Madia takes those characters and creates all these amazing print patterns.
Nice job.
So yeah, all our creative is done in-house.
You sell in retail?
That's awesome.
Yes. We'll be in 6 retailers this Christmas, ranging from Macy's, Target, Walmart, Family Dollar, and Dollar General.
And how many stores in total will you be in?
Over 6,000 points of distribution.
Wow.
Let's go.
You got to be up there with Santa Claus.
Yeah, we have some sales.
Tell us about your sales.
In 2020, we did about 44,000. That's prior to us going into retail. 2021, $274,000. 2022, $844,000.
Wow.
And this year, we're on track to do 1.1 million.
That's fantastic.
Wow.
That is phenomenal. That is not. What's nice is seeing the ramp up. I mean, one of the things about holiday stuff is the scary part is like if it doesn't sell before the holiday, then it's going to end up being on the clearance side, and you don't want too much of that stuff to be there because it probably won't get reordered next year. But as they are on a very clear ramp up now, what I'm really curious about is what are they doing to ramp up that? Because in just 2 years after doing 44,000, they're doing 844,000. 3 years in, over 1 million. That is pretty tough to scale up. And to meet the demand of 6,000 stores, like that's got to be rough. So hopefully they've got some of that figured out. Now, with that said, 250,000, 5%, they're still a little ways off from that, especially because the Shark is going to need at least, I'm going to say realistically, 20% of the business to be able to get any kind of return anytime in the next 3 to 5 years. If they're, everything goes according to plan and they have it figured out. I'm really kind of curious as to what they feel they need help with, since they've been able to ramp this up so rapidly for themselves. And I love the fact that they are able to do all this. They each have their own, position in the company that they're able to help, like, do the things that need to be done versus outsourcing it or anything like that. Like, assuming that they everything's being told the truth, and taken on face value, it is. That's awesome, right? So you're not relying on outside talent to have to do all this. So you're not like sending a bunch of money out in that regard. So I'm also curious as to how much they've put in. So hopefully they're making profit at this point on their products, since they're probably high margin products. Sorry, not profits.
It's really amazing.
Excellent.
Tell me your background.
So just recently, I did pre-visual development for Disney Junior's The Little Mermaid, and so I helped them make
So you're quite the artist.
Yeah, she is quite the
Let's
artist.
go.
Jasmine and myself come from a retail background. I was a textile designer at Target for many years. I was also a product development and sourcing manager at Walmart. So design is truly my passion, and representation is also something that ties our whole career backgrounds together as well.
Yeah, and then for me, my entire career was at Walmart. So I started as an associate merchant with bakeware, and then I went on to be a merchandise financial planner. So I had pretty much all of home decor, which was about $2.3 billion in spend.
That's very cool.
Back to 2022.
So they ain't coming out of nowhere with this, right? Like that is phenomenal. Taking background that you already have and then applying that to a business that speaks to you and speaks to the people that you're trying to reach and that you're trying to bring representation to the market. Like, and to me it's so silly because like it's like the mass production manufacturers of Christmas stuff you would think would be able to do this and then knock it out of the park, but yet here these three ladies are, they all have incredible backgrounds, which adds to their ability to get it done, but they're doing it and then doing it in a way that's just continuously ramping up and enabling them to just get bigger and bigger. So I always say, like, no matter where you are in life, whatever, wherever you're working or whatever business you have or you're aspiring to get to, stop and take stock of where you're at and be thankful that you are able to have those experiences that you're getting, because when you do that, like it's like, I remember talking to one of the interns I had, and they were like, I don't really want to go like work at like ShopRite, a grocery store, right? Like, what am I going to learn there? Stocking shelves. I'm like, there's so much to learn, right? You're looking at look at the operations, like look around and yeah, you're doing the manual labor and that, can kind of suck. I get it, but look around at the operations that are happening around you and find something that like speaks to you in that one window of opportunity that you have. And then run with it, right? My good friend who's been here on the Business Geeks, Samantha Riley, right? She's started out at McDonald's at 17 years old, and she'd stay after hours talking to the manager, learning inside and out the way that McDonald's operates, and then takes that experience and runs with it with her own businesses. You know, that's I'm like me, right? I grew up in my family's warehouse. It's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, working in a warehouse, seeing the operation, seeing how things work, and operate, and growing up in it, and around it. And you know, it's just an opportunity, right? Like, you don't have to do anything with it, but if you take those experiences and you look at it in the bigger picture, and you look at what's actually happening around you, you can take that and apply that knowledge, apply that experience to something else that you are passionate about, and run with it like these awesome ladies are doing.
Get into this 844. That's a pretty good number. Impressive. Did you make money on that?
We did. So that year was a 53 gross margin. We made $158,000 net, and that was about 14% of sales.
Is that cash profit?
That is cash profit. That's
And
profit.
do you pay yourself
yourselves
salaries?
anything?
We do pay ourselves. We pay ourselves now.
So that's after you paid yourselves.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, and this year, what do you think you'll do on the 1.1 million?
On the 1.1, we'll make 150. The gross margin percent is 65. So this year, 57% of our sales are going to come from wholesale, 16% direct to consumer, 27% license.
What do you sell a roll of?
Knowing your numbers, ding ding, that is phenomenal. To not only just be able to tell, like, oh yeah, we're gonna do 150,000 in profit, but to say, like, this is where the percentage of the breakdown is going to happen. And I like that it's so diverse there, because if one starts to fray or fracture, retail ends up going into the toilet because of things like, oh, I don't know, the looming recession that we've have been coming on for the last 2 years now. With that said, they're also in, like, I think they said Dollar General or Family Dollar, one of the dollar stores. If you haven't watched John Oliver, he did a whole expose on dollar stores. Not great, not painted in a great picture. I would definitely recommend go and watch that after you watch all these episodes from this week here on this channel. But as they said, I think it was the Dollar General CEO or maybe Family Dollar, like, we, quote unquote, we thrive when our customers are doing their worst, because it's the dollar store, so everything costs a buck, and they thrive. Now, how they do that is, different. It's not great at all. But with that said, it's good that they have that diversification there, and it's not all reliant on just online sales. Now, I think that might change now that they've been on Shark Tank, and that's going to grow probably significantly for them. But you're diversified, and that's always important.
Paper for direct to consumer, what's it cost you to make?
Yep, so that is $10 and $2.33 to make.
And how's that compared to other paper?
So we're comparable in the market.
So, is there a plan to be not as seasonal?
Yes, so glad you asked. We are actually looking forward to a Black History Month program.
Excellent.
We'll have a Valentine's Day program, wedding showers, graduations, and we are super excited actually to launch our party collection, which will be everyday birthday celebrations, which we believe are the second largest market after Christmas.
Let me just.
Hey, everybody has a birthday, right? And that's what I was saying before, right? That I couldn't think of holidays, but hey, Black History Month alone, right? That would be great for them. Valentine's Day, New Year's, baby New Year's, a little black baby New Year's doll. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people are buying that stuff. Like, it's like more like the sunglasses with the year and that. But I don't know. You create the category, and people, some people will buy it, and you got great margin. Now, the paper side, I didn't notice. I was writing down the cost and the price. $10. I mean, most of the paper that I've gotten is like through like the dollar store, so I don't know how it's comparable. But I do know at the dollar store you're getting a whole lot less. So you got to get more rolls to make it, to make it happen. So if it's an actual like roll of wrapping paper, then instead of like the, you know, like maybe you get like 2 or 3 presents or a bunch of little tiny presents out of it. I could see that, you know, $10 not being terrible. Especially if they don't have a lot of competition for this stuff.
Jump in with one thing because I'm curious. I mean, you guys couldn't have a more perfect background than to be doing what you're doing. So why do you need a shark? What do you need from a shark?
We really would like to scale our e-commerce business. We would like to scale our marketing strategy.
And also to drive sales in stores as well. You know that.
Right, because guys, it sounds like you might not be making money in stores.
We actually can't take on the business that we could. Our retail business is limited by how many accounts we can manage. Mark, there are 3 of us, and we do our own sales and back end. But the interest in retail, in addition to our licensing business, is there. We literally cannot. We are turning down the ability to supply.
So guys, let me take a step
who are
in, okay?
interested in us.
The good news is this category is far larger than what you're selling.
Indeed.
And you found a unique niche and you're very credible to serve it. The way the big people play in this space, the big players, they use distributors. So they bring the lines out and they go out and put it everywhere, and their sales are 100x what you're doing. All seasonal, all holiday. I don't like your distribution strategy doing it yourself. I would have partnered with one of these behemoths, and there's 3 of them. What you're doing here is too small. You should be doing way more than $1 million in sales. You have the best part of it. You have the IP.
You got the hard part done.
You got the hard part done. You just have not got distribution nailed. I'm sorry, guys. I'm out.
So you are at.
Well, all right. So that the IP is the thing, right? Getting a product that people actually want to buy is tough. That is the toughest part. Now, with that said, getting distribution through partnering, I mean, it's not impossible, but to me, they're so, you know, those big players are just so big that, like, why not just knock them off? Like, you make the character a little bit different. Like, basically, you take what they have and you kind of maneuver it around, and then you go and sell it and you push it everywhere, and you're done, right? With that said, you know, people really like to know the story behind the people that they're working with. And in the case of these 3 ladies, you know, they have, they seem pretty legit, right? Like not only their background, work background, but their background it seems legit. So, you know, that goes a long way in having people want to rally around people and make it happen. We've seen it with so many other Browndages, and that came to mind. But there's so many other things that's like, and specifically Browndages, because you know, when people saw the knockoff from Band-Aid, or I guess it's like Johnson & Johnson or whatever, they basically rejected that and then pushed to get Browndages to be, you know, the brown Band-Aid, which is great, you know, which is great. Like, reject the big companies for small business. Small business is the backbone of America. So for people to be cognizant, and I was trying to find another word than woke, cognizant enough to, like, hey, this is the big brand, and they're just knocking off these other little brands. Like, that's awesome, ding ding, that people are cognizant about that. But I mean, they could go and do it and probably sell tens, if not hundreds of millions, if not more, in knockoff product before anybody really realizes, and then it's, you know, then these ladies are still there doing their thing.
Asking for a $5 million valuation with 1.1 million in sales. It's a pretty tough number. I'm trying to find where I have room.
Well, when you're looking for room, I'd like to make an offer.
Oh.
I think you guys are amazing. Top to bottom, everything you said is perfect. Your background, your enthusiasm.
That's what you're paying for.
I'll make you an offer of $250,000, but I'd like 15% of the business.
15, Barbara?
15.
15%.
That is.
Actually, it's not
Barbara,
bad.
don't wanna do
I
something?
mean, listen, I look at you
You don't wanna
guys,
do
and
With you,
all
of course,
I
Joe,
think
with
about
me. I want to
market,
invite you in. I don't want you
product,
inviting me.
people.
Okay,
On
what do you
people,
do?
you are check, check,
But
check,
we don't
check.
wanna get 20%.
A plus, plus, plus.
Yeah,
You have
I do. I actually
fabulous
did.
background,
Just split two
perfect for
Yeah,
this business,
right.
and you guys are
Anything
boss.
less than yours.
Like that is clear.
That is so bad. They just like talked over Lori like that. Well, obviously it was between the two of them, but like the way they edited it together, man, they didn't let Lori have her time in the sun. Man, it was almost like they were watching this channel. Like, Joe, you're talking too much. Barbara and Mark, pipe down. You're talking in between.
As a woman in business, I really admire what you've done. I know it's not easy. Truthfully, for me, I don't like seasonal items. I kind of wince away from them because it's just not me. Barbara actually has done a lot of good seasonal deals, and she threw in a good offer, and I think she'd be a really good partner for you.
You know, I just
So,
recruited Mark as
for
my
that
partner.
reason, I'm out.
So it was just a bundle, wah, just to be like, yeah, you should go with her deal.
Okay, we're not
What's
going
the
to miss
new
her.
deal?
Okay, Mark is going to come in with me, and our offer is going to be $250,000 for 20% because we're each going to be a 10% partner. We have $250,000.
That is a great deal, right? What did I say at the beginning? 250,000, probably like 20 to 25%. I thought as low as 15, which is why I think Barbara's offer was great. But now you're getting Mark on top of that. Yeah, it's not the valuation, but their valuation wasn't. The business isn't quite there. Even with all the value that they bring to the table, it's not quite there.
Two of us
Do
together.
you want to give up more equity and take two partners, or would you rather just have one partner with less?
Don't put that idea in my head.
Well, why
Love
can't
to have two
it's fair?
sharks? Would you consider $450,000 for 18%?
No, it's
Like I
definitely
said,
not.
you're savvy.
Barbara, would you consider $250,000 for 10% equity in our company?
And leave my poor guy Mark out? Of course I will. I'm sorry, Mark.
That's okay, Barbara.
Wow.
Let me give him my stock.
Wow.
Congratulations, guys. Well done.
Ding dang.
Barbara's absolutely amazing. She has a history of supporting diverse women, strong entrepreneurs, and she is a strong woman entrepreneur herself. We can't express how excited we are to partner with her.
Oh man, that is phenomenal. Let's go check out their website here and social media. So we're swimming with the sharks. Let's see. Well, I don't know what. Oh, if I make it about around 1080p, I can see their faces. Otherwise, on a 4K monitor, I see their torsos. So let me get that expanded a little bit here. Airing tonight. So I love seeing Shark Tank at the top. Love seeing their faces. We'd love to see more faces. People enjoying the product as always. But seeing the product. So $40 for a Shark Tank bundle, which includes bows and wrapping paper. Now I'm curious. I don't know off the top of my head. I do have some wrapping paper behind me. I'm not sure what the square foot is. So this is 25 square foot per roll. I'm not sure. Let's see if we go to like familydollar.com. Let's see here, familydollar.com. We tell you go wrapping paper. Let's see if it tells you a sort. Oh, wow. The first thing that comes up. All right. Let's see. Search here. Okay. So is African American wrapping paper for $1, right? So product details, nothing. So that's disappointing. So apparently it's unavailable anyway, but that's the first thing that came up on their site. Next thing was traditional assorted wrapping paper, but they just don't have any details. So it doesn't tell you what the square footage of this wrapping paper that now this one's $5 each. So I'm going to guess that you're getting more. But yeah, still doesn't tell you. So okay, so I have some behind me. I should maybe I'll go grab it. But let's see all the other items that. So let's go over to shop. So they got shirts, t-shirts, and long sleeve. Looks like those are pretty cool designs there. I tried. I love it. Oh, that's cool. So mystery gift wrap 4-pack traditional, $40. They got coffee mugs and wine glasses. I mean, yeah, I don't see why they couldn't turn this into like a whole big for all the other holidays for sure. That's awesome. That's great. All right, let's check out their Instagram. So they got 21,000 people over on Instagram. Now, to get there, I had to I did not see it on their site. Where to go for Instagram. Oh, because it was blocked by that chat with us. Oh, no. Well, that's a thing. All right. Well, if I make this 400%, can I? No, it still blocks it. Let's see. I got to like move it. So this is something for them to look into here, because a little I totally missed it the first time. So I got 12 reviews over on Facebook, 4.6 stars. I got 6,900 likes, 8,000 followers. You got Shark Tank right at the top with their ad. Quite a bit of engagement on the Shark Tank post, and some of these other posts seem to have some engagement as well, which is good to see. Building a community there. 256 followers over on Twitter. Last time they posted was back on December 6th. Their Shark Tank post had quite a bit of engagement for Twitter. Pinterest, 30 followers over there. LinkedIn, we have 989 followers on LinkedIn. That is quite a following there. That's pretty cool to see. So over on Instagram, we got way more engagement than the other social media outlets. But yeah, it seems like they're doing a pretty good job. So this was just 2 days ago. So they definitely are posting quite a bit, as they should, because they are right in their wheelhouse of holidays here. So very cool. Did you see our Cheryl Ralph as Mrs. Claus? Be sure to check her out at your local Macy's. First image. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Shot on a Fujifilm X-T4. Oh, that's cool. I like that they mentioned what camera that was shot on. That's nice. As a camera nerd myself. Anyway, ladies, I would absolutely love to have you come on the show for an interview. Just drop a comment down below and we'll get that scheduled and make it happen. Like this comment from Faison. I don't know. From Faison. Yo, Joe Pardo, congrats. The algorithm is working for you now. Everyone is going to come finding this episode and see your video instead. New subscriber, by the way. Well, thank you so much, Faison. I hope I'm saying your name right. It's much appreciated to have you join us in the super community. I hope that you're continuing to watch and learn and grow and go and do super things for not only for yourself, but the people around you, because that's really what it's all about, is being the best version of yourself for the people around you. Anyway, I will see you in one of these two videos over here. Take care. Now go be super.